Hello and welcome to the Flexline Media coverage of the 2022 New Zealand Disc Golf National Championships, Lead Card Round 2, Back 9. This event's presented by Pack and Save Kilbirnie and the sponsorship is brought to you by Eastern Suburbs Sports Trust. My name is Chris Hoopmann.
And I'm Brady Kuech.
Thanks so much for joining us again for the Back 9 of the second round. These guys are battling it out. We've seen some really good golf. Things are starting to heat up, so it's going to be exciting to see them attack the Back 9.
Yeah, I'm hoping that people will start to warm up. We had a pretty mediocre, real slow start, but people heated up at the, towards the end. Jackson, is there only -2 for the round. Jay -2 for the round. Simon's the only one kind of playing hot for the round so far. He's -5. And kind of coming in at 3 under for the round. So everyone's still in it. Look, it's still 1 to 2 shots separating all of our leaders on the lead card. So I'm really interested to see what's going to happen on these final 9 holes.
Yeah, super bunched at the top of the leaderboard, as you would expect for such a competitive field as we head into hole 10, par 3, 95 meters. Just a little short one downhill, but it's an island hole, so players are going to have to land within the rope, otherwise they'll be putting with a hazard. There's also the golf green on the right, which if you come up super short could cause you some trouble.
Yeah, a little bit of breeze coming into play. Simon hanging his drive way wide. Safe.
Yeah.
Makes the island. That's all you really want. So this hole is playing exactly how it's designed. It's a birdie or it's a bogey. So basically, if you're making the island and that's really what you want, Jay looks like he has a great drive if it can sit.
Sit. Oh, no. Skips. That's a really unlikely skip.
Yeah, well, like I said, with it being, so late in summer, this dry grass is really kind of
slick.
So yeah, it's not staying in. Unless your name is Mckinstry.
Connor
so
gets
apparently
a favorable skip.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of Velcro or something in under there to make it, grab onto that grass. Yeah, Jackson's coming in with a Kia for his shot here. He's held it nice and wide, just like Simon did.
And he's oh my goodness! I was gonna say he's hit the front of the green, so it's gonna slide up, but it got an even bigger skip.
Yeah, I myself have hit this with a skip ace. It's the only way that I've hit it. So that would have been a basket for him.
Yeah.
So ace prize was a basket this year out at Nationals.
Big putt for Jay to save par, and just absolutely destroys the small planet banner and
don't
rolls.
Do it. Stop.
It stays in, but it's still it's not what you want after missing the putt.
Yeah, you figure that it would stop hitting the little banner and it would just drop under the basket. That was an unfortunate roll for Jay.
Oh, Simon cashing it for the birdie.
Yeah, there we go. That's
He's
a couple
on a roll.
Birdies for him. That he got hole 9. Here's hole 10. So his momentum's really starting to build.
14 under par.
Here's Kana. Kana made this exact putt yesterday. Let's see if he can make it today. Oh,
yep.
Bang.
He's got it dialed.
Yeah, you saw that little bit of flutter with the wind, but that's still a great putt. Yeah, you can see he's got that nice kind of confident grin. So here's a tester back up the hill for Jay. Oh, finally no chain love there for Jay. He's had a couple catch, on the outside like that, but and another speed of play tap in.
I noticed
it's a Christchurch thing. Or?
I noticed that with Jay, whenever he missed the putt and was below the basket, he just wanted to tap it in and get out. It was on his way through. I don't know.
Yeah, and it doesn't really look like it's affecting a card, that much, but yep.
He was asking the cards when he did it, is it alright if I do it? So.
Sweet. Great birdie there by Jackson. Leads us here into hole 11, par 460 meters. Distance and accuracy is king. You want to get as far down the fairway as you can and stay on the right-hand side, because as you can see, this basket is well protected on the left-hand side with that big tree guarding the left.
Simon Feasey with his Kahoo in his hand.
Hold.
And that is a beautiful throw.
That's smash. That's a good 110 up. This is a really deceiving hole. You lose. It's an elevation gain of about 3 meters overall. So as much as you think that they're big crushes, they'll be just short of where you want.
And that's too low from Connor. He's going to cut roll.
Yeah, that's way short from where you want. That's going to be a full another second drive for him. Let's see if Jackson can make a correction and make it down the fairway.
I'm enjoying already seeing a bit of a gallery growing for our lead card, and it's day 2.
Only day 2. There's Jackson, center cut for his drive. So, yeah, people are definitely out to watch. This tee time, you know, like catered, there's 100 competitors out at Nationals this year. So, yeah, it's good to see. Unfortunately, this is not great to see. It looks like Jay's leaking left.
That was probably his Wraith.
Yeah, it looks like that Halo Wraith again. We talked about it a little bit in his coverage yesterday. The idea that, you know, whether it was a Wraith or whether it was Destroyer, and was he always making the right disc choice?
It definitely looks to me like his Destroyer is far more comfortable in his hand, and so maybe he's just a little bit less familiar with throwing the Wraith. Might have put it in his bag just to come to Nationals, I'm not sure.
Oh, could be, yeah. You know, like there was rumor that this course does eat discs, so bring some extras. Kana's under the basket there. He should have a birdie look.
Goodness.
Jay's gone long.
He went under the tree instead of going wide around. Do you think that's a good play? Or would you keep it wider and higher?
I would have gone wider and higher just because the grass is so long, so it's not skipping as much. Whoa. Just as I say that clearly if you get the right angle.
I think you hit the hard pen.
Yeah. Yeah, so Jackson's parked. That should be an easy birdie from him.
Oh, this is high.
He doesn't like that. His head was down.
Yeah,
and so that's what we were talking about, that well-protected green, that low ceiling coming into play, and that's why you want to be so far right.
So, yeah, Simon with the longest drive, but the worst upshot. Can he make... No, he can't make it
Clunk. In. Yeah, he's shaking his head. That hurts a little bit. He had the best drive of the bunch, and he wasn't able to convert the birdie. That's going to hurt.
Connor's still got a bit of meat to bite off, and he's sent it way over the basket. That was probably the least confident putt we've seen from him, I think.
Yeah, you could see him hang his head. Yeah. You know, like he knew kind of right from the release that wasn't there. Can Jay convert from being out of position? This will be a really big birdie for Jay.
You know it.
Money. That is the cleanest putt we've seen from him all around. If that's what we're going to see for the rest of this, I feel the rest of this lead card's going to be in trouble.
It's good to see another birdie from Jackson.
Yeah, that's 2 for 2 to start out this back nine. So Jackson seems like he's finally settled in, is comfortable, and that's exactly what we want to see.
That's nice from Connor. Cleaning up the par.
Yeah, that's a good comebacker, you know, nothing to shake your head at.
And Simon just tapping in.
Yep, still smiles on his face, though, so that's really good to see.
Oh, honestly, Simon is the happiest disc golfer I've ever seen to get, like, a bogey. Like, he'll be smiling no matter what he's tapping in for.
Yeah. Yeah, which brings me to my happiest hole, my favorite hole. Here we are at hole 12, par 3, 67 meters. And arguably one of the trickiest holes on the course. You know, it's straightforward. Just throw like a little putter or a mid at it. But with that sloped green, you got to have your touch game on point.
Get out of it. Get out of it.
Jackson just catching that tree on the right, falling down. He'll be just outside circle's edge.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, as long as he didn't roll to the right, he should be able to make the up and down. But yeah, if you're to the right of those trees, you're well protected and out of position.
Jay throwing a buzz. Can it... Oh, get some tree love. Kicks him back towards the basket, but still in that very, very scary zone.
Yeah, and when I did say being a... You know, you have to have your touch game on point. I didn't mean a touch right and hitting the trees. Simon seems to have made the correction.
He's gone left.
Yep.
Will it filter down?
Skip.
Yeah, that's great.
Absolutely how you play the hole. Stable mid, straight down the middle, let it skip up to the basket.
Yeah.
Don't try to hyzer it in, just throw straight at it. Speaking of straight at it, here's an MD3 out of Kana.
Oh, gets a double kick.
Oh my goodness.
And that's so lucky.
You saw that Jay and Jackson had that touch right, clipped trees, and dropped. Kana just clipped the trees, but was just high enough to find that window.
Yeah. And Jackson's saying, no, thank you. I'm going to lay that straight into the dirt and slide up to the basket.
Yep, I will take my par. Thank you.
Big putt for Jay here.
Can he go 2 for 2?
He doesn't look like he's laying up. This guy's got just chains in his eyes. Hitting cage.
Oh.
Needs to sit.
Okay.
And it does. Really favorable roll.
Good to see the confidence, though. There are a lot of local players I know who, like, they look at a 4-meter putt on this basket and say, no thanks. Kana to capitalize on that tree love.
Go in. Yes.
Booyah. So that's 2 out of 3 for Kana. That's really good for him. So he's still in the hunt, just 1 back. So he's, at 13 under par.
I think he's going to be 2 back pretty soon.
You are right. 2 back it is. Simon extends that lead, goes to 15 under. Jackson's going to tap in his par. He'll stay at 14, and Jay will be tapping in his par to stay at 11. I think so.
Who have we got caddying for Simon here?
Oh, that's Flavio. So Flavio's one of the fanboying must be. So he's one of the
cool.
local Wellington players.
Nice.
So yeah, he works out on the ship. So he works out of the harbor.
Oh, sweet. Playing the tournament or just here to watch?
No, so he's playing MA1. He actually stepped up.
Sweet.
So yeah, it's really good to see the local players
Yeah.
out, you know, like supporting those players coming in.
Hole 13, par 3, 76 meters. This one just funnels you right down the hill to the right-hand side. You're just going to want to watch out for this tree on the right of the fairway. And also, you don't want to go too long because it does drop away down the creek.
And this was the easiest hole on the weekend, playing nearly 3/4 a stroke under par. So arguably with lead card, I'd suspect 3 of these 4 players are about to get a birdie.
Hole 5, I think, was the easiest.
Was it now?
Yeah. But this one was playing quite easy. This played at .42 under par for MPO.
Okay. Well, we do have 2 guys inside the circle, so let's see if we can get another star frame like we did in round 1. Jackson's nice and wide.
That's great. These guys showing us how it's done. Just a nice simple forehand. Let the disc do all the work down the hill. Keep it nice and wide, and you'll be putting for birdie.
Yeah, I was going to say, we had some wind come in before. This can be a tricky wind hole, but so far so good. I don't see anything.
Oh, Jay off the tree.
Except nearly the disc going in the basket. That was probably only about 1.5 meters high from an ace.
Yep.
That's 2 holes on this back 9 that have been pretty close.
Oh, looks like Connor's a bit distracted. As we can see, yeah, a bit of a gallery forming.
Gallery is building.
Yeah, maybe not quite aware that there's putting going on.
Yeah, there is also the 2 holes from now, the hill. Hole 15 is just behind us.
Oh, cashes it. It takes a lot to reset from that, from being distracted and then making a putt.
But goes ahead and earns himself that Flamingo Scooter replay. That's 2 replays on this hole. So we got one on round 1, round 2. Kana, as you can see, is finally feeling his putt, nice and confident here on the back 9. Good shooting, nice birdie.
Jackson from a similar position. Let's see if his straight, direct, powerful putt can reach chains. It reached chains, but it didn't fall in the basket.
Yep, not enough chains. That's a couple times now that
Yeah.
Jackson's been just off. His been chain high for a lot of the round, but he's been just left or just right so far. Simon almost looks scared. Like maybe he saw Jackson's putt and he's like, oh no, it's not going to catch my disc. So, you know, throws it a little weak, but hey, slides off the cage and, you know, he'll card the birdie.
Jay making sure that his mini doesn't slide away in the pine needles. And making a nice birdie.
Yep, takes the time. And, you know, like I said on the tee, you know, like we should expect 3 out of the 4 to get the birdies, you know.
Oh, how did you
proving it
know?
right.
You're pretty good.
Spoiler alerts. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's an unfortunate par there for Jackson. Let's see if we can all do the same on this hole. Let's go to hole 14, par 3, 65 meters. So arguably the shortest hole on the course. You have 2 fairways. You have a forehand line down the left. You have the backhand line down the right. You know, if you can thread the needle on either side, you should be able to look for birdie under the pin.
And don't throw it into the bivvy on the right-hand side.
Yeah, a little bit of... a few fairy houses, a few local kids around, you know, like build these houses all the time. Simon kicks right. That's going to be a tricky scramble for him. Connor's going back to this hammer play.
Hammer thing, which, oh my goodness.
And that is why he throws it.
That hit something off the tee though, didn't it?
No, it was completely clean as far as I could see. So yeah, he played that. Rather than taking the backhand, he let the disc slide onto its lid underneath and then played the slide, skip up inside the circle. Easy birdie for him.
And I have to say, despite, I mean, Jay, another excellent drive as well, but there is no way you're going to see a follow flight on this hole just because there are too many trees.
No.
And I didn't even see the disc for half of the flight. Even though we know where it finished, you can't see where it's flying.
No. Jackson
Really
got an
unlucky.
unfortunate kick left, yeah, so he's going to be outside the circle. He might even be outside the woods. That's going to be difficult. But you have seen this hole is there's a lots of creativity in capturing this hole. So you had that touch forehand by Jay. You had the, you know, overhand shot by Kana. Here's Simon trying to convert. He's got a super long look.
Oh, that was looking amazing.
Yeah.
And hey, this actually is okay for Jackson.
It's a wide open look. I'll take it.
Yeah.
He's got the strength for it. Let's see if he can convert.
Yeah, he's a fair way out. Oh, he had too much strength.
Yeah, but he's right on line, which was good to see. So he went just over the top, which is fine. So he should have an easy...
Jacko's out.
Yeah, it's a tester, I guess. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, that's a great cleanup.
Yeah, he's a bit disappointed. You can see it on his face. He wanted the birdie, and he can see that Kana and Jay are both kind of parked here. So that's good. You know, he knows he's losing his stroke.
Yeah. It's probably at this point of the round, I think, that Jackson, you know, is probably feeling a little bit disappointed in his performance in the front nine. Probably was thinking, you know, there was a few shots I missed out.
Yeah, quite often, you know, it's Jackson and Simon who are competing at tournaments of this caliber up the top. And so, you know, to have Simon being 2 strokes out, you know, and Jackson know that he's just off by a couple inches. You know, like Kana's putting together a great back nine. He'll tap in yet another birdie. So, yeah, that'll lead us into the, you know, arguably signature hole of the course. It is the hill, hole 15, par 5, 235 meters. It's long, but it's fair. You just got to stay in the fairway. So, you know, if you can make it over that first hill in 2 shots, that should set you up for clearing the valley on your third for, you know, hopefully an inside the circle look for birdie.
I just feel so demoralized every time I throw off this tee. I'm just like, I thought I could throw far, but now it's just...
Yeah, it's definitely...
It just doesn't feel like you've thrown it far.
No, and there's Kana...
And, that doesn't feel like you threw it far because it's hit a tree and fallen probably 40 meters short of where you would want to be.
Yeah, too greedy. There's no wind here, so he wanted to push it too long, but he threw it too hard and turned it over.
Similar... Oh, no, this is going to pan out nicely for Jay. Probably a little bit less than I would have thought out of his hand.
Nah, that's all right. Well, he threw the Wraith yesterday, and he ended up in the trees on the left. He went with a Destroyer today, so he probably went with a little bit of a flippier variety.
Really high from Simon.
But it's
this
perfect.
Is his Kahu. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's just fine. He trickles to the left side of the fairway, so he'll have a little tougher run-up, but it shouldn't be too bad for a second shot.
And a Cosmic Kahu XG from Jackson. This will be a rip. Oh, that looks so clean.
Just so
a
smooth.
Bit low? No, that's perfect.
No, that's fine.
That's
so he's
great.
going to trickle right over there to Simon. Apparently that's like the Kahu landing zone on the left.
There's a big target
there. Yeah. Yeah, Dismania's over on the right-hand side, and then Innova's over on the left. Just in case any local players are looking for some, you know, like disc knowledge. So here's another...
That's beautiful.
Yeah, money. Like, that is an excellent save. So he's right on top of the hill. It's probably going to be another full drive for him to get across the valley, but it will give him that look at birdie.
High from Jay. This is probably going to filter down into that gully. Actually, no. That's great.
That's perfect.
Center of the fairway.
So he threw 2 perfect drives today. Center cut, as compared to yesterday. He went super left, but it's funny because he's ended up in the same place after his second shot today as he did yesterday.
Jacko throwing the same disc from the tee. That's probably going to leak left.
Yeah, I was going to say, that uphill run-up makes it extra
really
stable
tricky
when you're trying to throw up the hill. So
but
yeah,
hey,
he skipped left.
He's still in the open, and he's made it to the opening, which is good.
He should have an easy up and down. I'd
down.
probably guess a Kia from where he's at. Simon apparently had the longest drive of the bunch. Or no, we haven't had Jay yet. But
no,
Simon...
we had Jay.
Okay.
I'm not surprised Simon had the longest drive, but he also... I think that was left. Similar position to Jacko.
Okay.
Yep.
So he'll be over in that kind of
over
like
in that left side.
The opening there.
Yeah.
Big rip out of Kana.
So much trust required. And it skips up. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's a look. That's all you want. You
Yeah.
know, like especially if you're out of position hitting that early tree off the tee. To give himself a look at birdie is great by Kana.
Well, speaking of birdie, this hole was actually playing as the easiest hole for our MPO on round 2. 75% of the MPO field got birdies.
Well, I mean, if you have an upshot like Jay, I can see why.
Yeah.
You know, like that is absolutely parked. Those are the birdies that you want. Great to see the MPO really kind of like chewing up this par 5.
And I mean, it's the division you would expect to make the most of this hole.
And as much as there were a few eagles on the weekend, not a single eagle here on hole 15. So definitely a true par 5. You know, and I'm like, don't throw it in and prove me wrong, Simon.
That was beautiful. That was his Ruru.
Incredible. Him and Jay just picture postcards of this
Correct.
hole.
Now let's see if Connor can get this one into backup feature card for a star frame.
Stay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he got that gnarly roll away in round 1. Go back and watch the front 9 coverage if you missed it. But tapping in the par, he's still clean. Like no bogeys yet on this back 9. So Connor's definitely still in the hunt here. Sitting in second place currently at 15 under.
Nice birdie for Jay. Played that hole just exactly how you want to.
Yeah, he shaked off that kind of early double. So, Jay's, still sitting at minus 14. He's in the hunt 2 back. Jackson takes the birdie. That'll bring him to 15 under par. So he's still trying to chase down Simon, who taps in his birdie to go to 17.
Hole 16 par, 472 meters. Players are going to throw down probably a backhand, judging from this card, down on the right-hand side and hope it trickles through these trees into the left-hand fairway. Players can also go for a forehand off the tee and use the left-hand fairway. And the basket is on a fairly significant slope, and there's a lot of horrible rough behind it.
Yeah, this is the hole that's known for eating discs. Normally you're throwing into a 30K headwind.
Oh, that's really high from Jay.
I really hope that's not into a headwind.
They're calling it an ace run. I don't think they really know how long this hole is.
Yeah, I don't think that's 172 meters there, gentlemen. Nice try, though. He did get the good skip this time. Yesterday, he got caught up in those trees, so he should have an open look for his up and down.
Simon throwing this very reliable Kahoo for him. He just throws it so effortlessly.
Yeah, that
Can he
little
get a
bit
skip
of
off?
ultimate form,
Yeah,
thereabouts, skips
that's great.
through.
Yep. So yesterday we saw everyone hitting the trees. Today everyone's missing the trees.
Yeah, right. 2 for 2 on trees yesterday. We're 2 for 2 through the gap. Let's see what Jacko can do. He's got a Kahoo in his hand as well.
That's a nice rip. Bit wider than everyone else. Oh, it's turned.
Yeah, he turned it over.
Ooh.
Did it?
Okay, falls just around.
Yeah,
the
he didn't
third
turn
tree.
it too much. So yeah, it did hyzer back into that tree line on the right, but he could be a blind up and down. So that could be a difficult second for Jackson.
This is Connor's Enigma, and also looks like it's turned.
Stay out of that.
Nah. So there must have been a bit of a headwind.
Yeah, I'm guessing so. It was switching. So we did have the southerly yesterday, so it was starting to turn to a northerly here on day 2. So let's see, probably a razor claw, I would guess. So that overstable putt and approach. Way too overstable. So yeah, he's going to be sitting just inside circle, but he is pin high.
And Jackson's going to the forehand. Get around this tree.
Going up top.
Big sky forehand.
Almost dunks it.
I think that was a little bit further behind the basket from this perspective than it looked, but he's now rolled down onto the path. And that's a pretty tricky upshot.
Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate roll. That was a great recovery shot, and he landed right next to the pin. But yeah, unfortunately, with all these hills, he just filtered to the bottom of the hill.
Jay with a little stepper up shot. Not sure if it was going to be a putt or not, but...
Nah, probably just a step. Easy birdie.
Yeah. Keep it on line.
Simon,
And that's
same
great.
thing.
Yeah.
That's 2 upshots in a row that Simon's parked. Like, he's really feeling it. Sitting here 17 under par. I'd arguably have to say he's comfy out the front.
Yeah, for sure. And we see Jay at 14 under. He's the furthest back of our lead card here. He's got a bit of work to do to come back through the last 3 holes.
Yeah, Jackson's just off right again. But again, he's chain high. Man, if he could have connected on a few of these, his round would look a lot different. Here's Kana. Circle's edge.
I like to see that we're gathering a few more in the gallery.
Let's go.
They love to see it.
Yeah. I talked about it yesterday. I'll talk about it again today. Say what you want. Big putts are where it's at. Kana, no doubt, right on the stripe. Great putt.
This is the test of distance for Jay.
Yeah, he's thinking about this one.
I'd be thinking about it, but he snags the birdie.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's $6,000 worth of prize money up for the pro division on this. So these putts, maybe not today, but definitely tomorrow, it's going to be a couple $100 difference if you make it or if you miss.
Man, these putts have been counting all weekend. It's not just the final day. Oh, that is an angry putt.
Yeah, but it still counts. In is in. Good putt, Jacko. A little bit left side, but you can walk away with that one. He's frustrated, though, because he knows he's the only par in the rest of the card birdie, so he's losing another stroke. So, yeah, starting to leak away here. Let's go to hole 17, par 3, 124 meters. So it's a big power forehand out to the left, or it's a touchy right-hand backhand to this well-protected green. You have pine trees guarding both the middle of the fairway and over the green. Some players were trying to take it into the trees. Some of those discs came back, some of it didn't. But yeah, we definitely saw some gnarly rollaways yesterday as well. Big forehand here out of Jay. Straight down the fairway, which is great.
It can run away from you if you get a bad roll, which that's leaking further from the basket. Curling up, though.
Yeah, Chris, will you stop with, like, the commentary curse, you know? Like, just let him sit in the middle of the fairway. You don't need to get him to roll away like that.
Simon throwing a pekka, understable fairway driver, we'll call it, from RPM discs, and this looks oh my goodness.
You gotta be kidding me. Like, one, thank you for not hitting the walkers, but two, this is a 1,000 rated hole. Simon's a 1,000 rated player. He just threw a 1,000 rated shot. So this touch is perfect.
It hits the branch and then kicks literally under the basket. It is currently parked on the pole.
Oh yeah. And it's one of those that, had it not hit the tree, arguably, he would have gone down through the woods and had no look at all.
Potentially.
Here's Kana trying to match. Kana's throwing his FD again, really trying to lean on it. And didn't lean on it enough. Just being too stable, it filters back out into that fairway. Should be able to make the up and down for par.
And let's see what Jackson can do. He might also be leaning on a pekka. A P-waka. What?
So he's throwing a speed 6 as to compare to Simon threw a speed 9, just in case you guys are checking power. But
and they pretty much do the exact same flight, just a little bit shorter from Jacko, which is fine. Because he's in a great position to approach. He can maybe do a cheeky run if he wants to.
Yeah, he could do a jumper from there. I know Jackson's got it. This is a good touchy approach out of Jay.
A good touchy approach. That is
great
amazing.
Touchy approach. I mean, to be fair, Simon's still closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of a guarded green here for Kana, but he should be able to, you know, find a gap and slide the disc up at the basket.
Yeah, and slide he will, using all of the roots to his advantage.
Yep, that P2 slides in. That'll give him the par putt, which is fine. Here's that open look for Jackson.
Cheeky flatty bid. It's going to leak left.
Yeah, but how far did it leak left?
It's okay. He'll be putting through a tight gap.
Tight gap, circle's edge up a hill. This is not what you want for par.
He's focused. Oh, no.
Chain high.
How many more chains does Jacko have to hit before they go in?
I mean, if he collects all the chains he's hit today, he'd have a full basket.
And now that everyone's putted, we have to shout out. Also for yesterday's round, we forgot to mention it, Ethan Stout and Toby Gentle getting the birdies. And today, Francis Orange, Joseph Berry, and the man who's about to drop his disc in the basket, Simon Feasey, all getting birdies on hole 17.
Yep, so yeah, this hole played is the hardest last year at last year's Middle Earth Open. Not a single player birdied it. So the fact that we have a roughly 1 in 10, you know, is done really well. This brings us up into the last hole, hole 18, par 4, 206 meters. Massive shot down the hill. People can really just kind of open up and crush. The wind hasn't been playing too far in effect, so the only thing you got to worry about is that golf green down the fairway on the left. And then you can hyzer out too far left and be OB. Looks like a headwind based on that golf flag on the left.
Yeah, I think it was kind of funneling down the fairway of 17. So once you get past this tree line, it might be a little bit calmer.
Yeah, we got a good bit of gallery watching up the top, which is good. And Simon's drive is laced absolutely where you want to be, just short of that golf green, wide open approach.
And he'll have a nice open upshot to hopefully claim his, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th birdie of the back nine.
Wow, he is on a heater. Jay's trying to follow those vapor trails.
Ooh, leaking left, that's all right.
He's fine. He's a few meters behind Simon, but that shouldn't be an issue for Jay, I don't think. Yeah, you look at that flag down the bottom, calm as
nothing
anything.
There. Really hard to read the wind. Oh, and Connor's gone super wide. But it's coming back. It's super safe.
Yeah,
highs
that's
highs
great.
the whole way.
That's all you need. Probably maybe a DD3, just, you know, threw it a bit too low to get the extra distance.
And this hole actually came in as the second easiest for our MPO division. Just over 66% of the players getting a birdie.
Oh, baby.
And this is huge.
Miss it.
No.
You don't want to see it.
The last two holes, Jackson.
Well, maybe that was it. You know, like Jackson sees on the card, he's a couple strokes back from Kana and Jay. So he's, just tried to push it. Leaked a little bit too far onto the green.
Bad luck, Jackson. That was a great drive.
Uh-oh. Kana leaving it short. So he's going to have another, like, circle's edge putt up the hill. I know he made it in round 1, but, like, this is round 2. And we know that round 2 putting has been a bit of a whoa rather than a wee.
That's true. And we do see there's twice the numbers in the gallery, so the pressure's on.
Here's Jay from a standstill.
Oh, that's oh my gosh.
Money!
Man, Jay's approaches are so good.
Yeah. Well, Simon was mentioning it on this hole, like watching Jay's come in. This green isn't as skippy as the rest of the course, so it's really spongy and just grabbing discs.
Yeah, it's like a little marsh.
Yeah. Boop.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so you see Simon's just a little like,
boop. Just stops on a dime.
Yeah, a little hop, no skip, but should be just fine. Here's Jackson, unfortunately, taking that OB stroke.
He's going to have to run this.
Is technically for birdie.
Yeah.
Go,
is it good? It's left.
Nah, you can see Jackson kind of walking away. He's like, nah, that's left. Had enough power, that's fine. But yeah, his kind of putting stroke's been, just inches off today.
And I mean, it's been a lot. He's had a bit of a off season with the injury, we can say. So maybe he's still just trying to find his groove again.
Yeah, but I mean, still making lead cards, so he's still playing well.
Sure. Oh my gosh, what?
Speaking of playing well, give me a birdie putt on 18 and I'll hit it. Flamingo replay to Connor Mckinstry.
Connor's drinking some kind of like hole 18 putter juice at the moment because he's just sinking these.
Yeah, right? Give me some of that Taranaki Kool-Aid, bro. Like, I want some. Great putt, Connor. 2 birdies, 2 days in a row. What a way to finish. Keeps him at 17 under for the round. Here's Jackson to tap in his par. That'll keep him at 14 under if he can convert.
Yep, that's nice. Taking 4 strokes from 3 throws.
Yeah, a little bit off the pace, but still respectable, Couple of those bogeys, which was unfortunate.
Nice easy tap in for Simon. He'll absolutely tear up the back 9 with 7 birdies to go to 20 under par for the tournament.
Whoa. Andy won last year with 26 under par. So the fact that Simon's already at 20, Jay's chasing him down at 16 under par. Man, what a competition. Like, what a battle. Seesaw the whole time. Multiple people taking the lead. Is anyone's ball game at this point?
Totally. It's super fun to watch. And here we see the results through round 2. Simon Feasey on top with 20 under par. Levi Stout jumping into second place, 19 under par, 12 under par for the round, matching Simon. Connor Mckinstry, 17 down in third. And Jay Watkinson holding on, 4th position with 16 under par. We got to say it. Simon and Levi, 10-20 rated rounds.
Yeah, which is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it's so good to see.
Not only do we have a great battle going on, the gallery is just building and building. It's a great course, great weather for the weekend, so it's been absolutely incredible to see.
Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you shortly for the final round action here at the 2022 New Zealand Disc Golf Championships.